Hi guys, good morning. Stu Hill here with CHEM.digital. I wanted to talk about the latest blog post I've just written in regard to Zillow Zestimates. Now, as real estate professionals, we all know what Zestimates are and the challenges that they sometimes pose when it comes to clients picking a market valuation for their property from a Zillow Zestimate. Now, it's not, Zestimates are not something to be afraid of. You can explain and rationalize the output that Zillow is providing to your clients and turn that into a positive. So obviously, Zestimates work on an automated valuation model. This varies from town to town, depending on the density of property, how custom the properties are. I mean, they're fairly accurate, I guess, for property in tract neighborhoods where you've got similar models, etc., that can be easily compared. Rural communities, a little bit different, market conditions and what have you. And then, of course, there's the user-generated content side of this, where the homeowners can go in and put upgrades and things like that, and they can embellish on those upgrades that would skew the Zestimate of their property in regard, well, either way, really, in regard to maybe worth a little bit more, maybe worth a lot less than what Zillow is spitting out. So I've written this blog post with a few ideas of ways that you can creatively explain away Zillow's estimates to your clients. Now, on the topic of this, we also have an automated valuation model that will spit out a valuation just like Zillow does. I'll pop this link in the description for this video, CHEM.digital /real-estate-seller-leads. These you can get set up. We've got 12 different variations of this landing page, but you can quite easily customize it. This is what it looks like in reality. So this works nationwide. They can simply place type their address in here. It will then show a photo of the house, and above that we'll have a request for their name, phone number, email address, in order to get the valuation on their property. But it'll show a Google Street View elevation of the front of the property before anything before they're able to access any of the data. Now, on the back end of our valuation model, you are able to fine tune the pricing, so you can add a percentage or decrease a percentage. Now, this can give a more accurate average valuation in your market. I typically would advise that you run a few comps for some random properties in some of the target markets that you work in, then stick the addresses of those into your seller lead landing page that we've set you up with here, and that'll spit out a value, and you can compare that to what you think the listing value would be, and sort of fine tune your model to your particular market. And if you want to add a little bit, subtract a little bit to give a valuation that's appropriate, that you feel appropriate for your real estate clients, then that's certainly an alternative to Zillow. So I think the happy medium here is somewhere, if you've got a client that is running Zestimates on Zillow, like they all do, and then they run the same number through your AVM, automated valuation model, and somewhere in the middle of that, there's a happy medium there that you might be able to settle on. So there's some ways to explain away there's estimates that they're not all bad. Certainly, it hasn't done wonders for Zillow in terms of them buying a bunch of property based on Zestimates, but certainly don't let them Don't let them scare you when it comes to your real estate clients. If you have any questions about Zestimates or automated valuation models or how to generate seller leads, one of the advantages of taking up our offer of these free seller lead landing pages is that you can run pay-per-click campaigns, you can run social media campaigns to generate seller leads from these valuations. So, simply post on your social media or run pay-per-click campaigns against these landing pages to drive traffic to them and get people performing valuations to generate seller leads for your real estate business. Again, I'm Stu Hill from CHEM.digital. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button. If you want more real estate marketing tips and tricks, please subscribe to our channel. We'd really appreciate that. You can also pop over to our website and subscribe to our blog. We deliver email on a almost daily basis throughout the week on real estate marketing and technology. We've got about 111,000 real estate brokers that subscribe to that, and agents and what have you that subscribe to our blog. So come join the fun there. Anyway, thanks for watching.